Welcome to week 3!
Hi! Welcome to week 3 in Singapore. So, week 3 starts off with Saturday where we went to Botanic Gardens. We went as a group of UT students. We all went to the gardens together so that we could travel around and see more wildlife and more of the landscape while we were here. While we were in Botanic Gardens, we saw an otter, we saw some turtles, we saw some birds, and also we got to see a bunch of shrubs and herbs and a lot of trees while we were in the garden. And then we made our way over to the National Orchid Garden so that we could see flowers. So this one's for my mom because she absolutely loves orchids. So I really wanted to include clips of orchids in here so that my mom could see all of these clips. So I hope you like this, Mom. After we went to Botanic Gardens, we ended up going to the nearby Holland village, which was maybe like 2 MRT stations away from Botanic Gardens, and we ended up grabbing lunch there. So we went to this Portuguese chicken place, and then I got some fries and Portuguese chicken, like popcorn chicken bits with like nacho cheese sauce on top. And then we kind of explored the area for a little bit afterwards. So one of my friends, Eric, he really wanted to pick up some durian, so we went to a durian stall across the street from the Portuguese chicken place that we were eating in, and then he actually bought an entire durian to bring home. And then since there was so much that like the owner couldn't pack into one of those containers, we ended up trying a bit of it, and it was pretty good. I mean, it was different from the ones that I'm usually used to. There isn't just one durian species, there's actually multiple, and the one that I've been having this entire time was actually the one called the king durian or something king, but there's actually different types. And so the one that Eric bought was actually called the XO durian, and it had a little bit more of like a bitter aftertaste. And Eric said when he tried it that it kind of tasted spicy to him, which I found was really odd because I didn't really find it spicy. I just found it a little bit more aromatic than what I usually have for durian. After the durian stall, we ended up checking out the Holland Village Hawker Center. While we were in the Hawker Center, a couple of my friends, we got drinks there because it was so hot. And so I got some Thai tea, my friend got Thai tea as well, and then my other friends got fruit juices, which I need to talk about this actually. After Holland Village, we then went back home, and then since we had such an early lunch, dinner, kind of dunch, I guess, then we ended up getting hungry again. So Alyssa and Joanne and I, we went to Nanyang Market, which is the convenience store that's like maybe a 2-minute walk away from our residence building, to go and pick up some instant noodles so that we could make some at night. So Sunday was the night before our proposals were due, so we ended up choosing to go to UTown again so that we could finish our proposals off and send them to our profs to edit them or to mark them. So I ended up working and finishing on my proposal that day, and then also my friends were doing the same because we all kind of take, or well, the syllabi for all of our courses are similar to where the first 2 weeks after we start research that we have to hand in a research proposal, and so we all kind of worked on that together while we were at UTown. And then I found out that there's another cafeteria at UTown. So there's actually 2 cafeterias instead of 1. And so we went to the other cafeteria that has AC, and also the one that was being renovated in the previous weeks. And we had lunch there, and I found out they have a gongcha there, and so I couldn't help myself. So I got a regular milk tea with pearl, and I'm so excited that there's a gongcha there. Since I ended up finishing my proposal early, and also I was editing my video early, and I finished that as well, I had some time to myself, so I ended up continuing studying Korean, because this past year I was in a first year Korean course, and so I kind of wanted to continue with that since I bought the textbooks for that. So I brought my textbooks along to here because I knew I'd have extra time after work, and so I was just continuing with lessons and continuing learning vocab. So most of this week I wasn't that great about vlogging my work week because actually we got a new medical student in our lab, and her name is Samantha. So Samantha, she started working with us on Monday, and so I spent a lot of time with her during lunch times and also getting to know her, and I wasn't that close enough to ask her to be in my videos until maybe like, I don't know, yesterday, which I'm filming this on Friday night, so like Thursday is when I really got comfortable with her enough to ask her to be here in my videos. But also we started our projects more on this week, so I couldn't really take as many videos as I wanted to, so some of these days are lacking, but I ended up kind of wanting a chill day for myself. And so after work I walked to the medical center. Since coming here I've had such intense Western food cravings. I never like burgers back home, but because I'm having rice and noodles constantly, I feel like I really want Western food. I'm back at NUH Medical Center, back at the Burger King so that I can get some Western food because I'm craving some. I went to Burger King and I got a Whopper combo so that I could see and compare it to the ones back home. And it was pretty good, but obviously, I think the biggest difference was just that, like, cup sizes for soda was just like maybe this size for medium, and then also fries were like maybe a small compared to back home for a medium size fry, but I mean it was pretty good, and like it tasted the same. Like the burger tasted the same. On to Wednesday. Again with the videos, I was a little bit busy to take them during lab, but I met up with the girls after work, and then we went to the small, kind of near downtown, I guess, the mid-core region of Singapore called Ion Orchard. Apparently Orchard is a very, very trendy area with lots of malls, but we just kind of went to one large mall, and we went to the food opera there, which is like the canteen of the mall. I got a tom yum noodle soup, and then my friend also got some seafood noodle soup. We just kind of went around and shopped a little bit. Well, not really shopped a little bit. I got like one thing, and then we went back home. And that was it. That was Wednesday. Alright, so Thursday. So it turns out I'm not the only one that's having these Western food cravings as well. My friends were also having Western food cravings, so we ended up going to another burger joint. This time we went to Mos Burger, which is actually a Japanese chain of burgers that is in Singapore. And so we, after work, went to the Mos Burger that's closest here, which is at 1 North, which is 1 station away, so it was really quick to get to. And then I got the Mos Burger and fries. It was a good burger, but I think if I have burger cravings in the future, I'll just go to Burger King, to be honest, because I mean, I liked the Mos Burger, but it just tasted like a burger patty with like pasta sauce on top, which I'm not really into that. I mean, it was good, but like if I were to spend my money, then I would probably spend it at Burger King getting the combo deal. So I still had some leftovers. Even after making ramen on the other night, I ended up kind of just roasting some more vegetables so that I could bring to work and also balance out my diet a little bit, because you know, having burgers and fries every day is not the best for you, and so I kind of needed some kind of vegetable to kind of balance out my diet. Thursday, I finally got the courage to finally ask Samantha to be in my videos, and I let her know about how I'm documenting this week, and she agreed to be in them. So pretty much every day this week we've been getting lunch together because you know, students in the lab, we kind of connected because we're both third years. So I'm actually really excited she's around because now I have a friend to be around with, and we always get lunch together now. It was a pretty bland day. I finished work and then I ended up going to the gym, doing some laundry, and then trying to drink a lot of water now because I feel like I don't drink enough water in this humid country. Friday, which today, we ended up doing a lot more stuff. So I've kind of been in this slump where I've been a little bit homesick because I feel like I'm missing out a lot on home. And so I made the plan that I really wanted to go out today and push myself to go and see things that I really wanted to see before coming to Singapore. For lunch, Samantha and I, we went to the other science canteen. After work, Alyssa, Joanne, and I, we ended up going over to Clarke Quay, which is a really trendy area with a lot of bars and clubs and very touristy. I noticed that a lot of tourists were there and around the area, but I mean, it's such a nice area that I can understand why there were so many people there. And so we kind of went around, we looked at the different scenery and we walked around Clarke Quay, and once we were kind of hungry, then we ended up going to the Clarke Quay Central Mall so that we could have ramen for dinner. After dinner, we ended up walking over to Raffles' place so that I could finally see the fat chubby bird. Actually, I found out its name isn't even the fat bird. Its name is actually the fat pigeon. So we went over to Raffles' place. We walked from Clarke Quay to Raffles' place to finally see the fat pigeon statue.
Oh my god, we found it! We found the fat bird after so long.
And then also, so I am so happy because I've been wanting to see this pigeon statue literally since, I've been wanting to see this pigeon statue since maybe before I got my offer for this course. After we went to see the fat bird from Raffles place, we ended up going over to the Geylang Serai Bazaar. We ended up checking it out because this is actually the last week of Ramadan. It was really, really packed. There was lots of people, lots of lights, lots of things to do. I definitely recommend it to anyone that wants to see it or wants to go and see it in the future. After seeing the bazaar, we ended up going home, and now I'm here in my room doing this recap with you guys. And that was week 3. Yeah, week 3. Time goes fast, but I'm trying to document as much as possible. I really need to remember to document more during the week when I'm actually working, but that's it. That was week 3.